Alright guys, this is my second attempt at doing this, but hopefully we're good. Alright, so today I'm going to teach you a tutorial about clocks and how to make things flash too. So basically when Minecraft first came out in alpha or in dev, and when Redstone was created, people figured out how to do clocks, and one of the first types of clocks they made was this type. And this type of clock is determined by how it's called is determined by the number of blocks you use. So I used 5, so it's a 5 clock. 5 is the smallest number you can make. When it is on, it looks like this, and they spin around. So when you make it, you can make it like this, and you make it. I'm gonna just pause here for a second, so you guys can all see. You just make it like that. Alright, so when you make it, it will just start spinning. Alright, and the cool thing is that from this one, you can either have a NOT gate going here and here, so you could have this whole setup with the NOT gate and the block and the torch on the side, that's a NOT gate. You could have it on this side, and that could control this, or you can have it over here. So, you have it over there. So, to make these bigger, basically what you do is you'd have this in the same area, but you'd repeat this that direction. Or you could flip this whole thing that way. Like going that way or flip it around, it doesn't matter as long as it just works. These clocks are pretty nice because they're small, and they don't require a lot of materials to make. So yeah, I feel lazy. The second type of clock that I'm going to teach you is the next easiest one. Is like, it looks complicated, but it's not. I just did this to demonstration purposes, but you can basically make one like this. Like, yeah. Wait, no. You can basically make one like this. And this will work. So this is the basic clock. Oops. So the thing is that this is like, that was like the basic clock, but this is like the easiest clock you could possibly make. So what will happen is that the pulse that you gave it through a torch or a button or something will keep on going around. Now you can cause more delay by doing this, and when you do this when there's already a pulse going through, it'll probably make it everything light up. But if you turn it off and then you replace this, you can send a pulse through and it'll be really slow. And that's the great thing about repeaters, that you can change it. So the thing about these that most people don't like is that you have to keep on breaking it every time you want to stop it. The fix for this is putting in one of these things. So basically you can see here that I have a system. I have a circle going around, and the things you need to know about this is that the button is being pressed here, and these things can get signal, like they will input signal to a piece of redstone wire if it's going horizontally from the front. That will work. Also, they will go through blocks. So if you want to do this, you can have this here and like that. And then when you press this and it goes through, this thing will be on and off and on and off. So the power will go through the block. That's the thing you need to know. So since this thing's going around, how to turn it off is you add one of these things. Basically it's a NOT gate, 3 pieces of redstone wire, another NOT gate. Then you put a thing right in the middle and you trail it off to a switch, a lever. Change the time. Alright, so once you have this, you have created your clock. So how to turn it off, since yeah, I flipped it. So it's when you flip it on, this thing will come on, you'll see it's on, and then you can flip it back off, and then it'll be off. So you press the pulse, and then you flip this on, and when the pulse will get fed into here, and it'll act like there's a piece of redstone wire gone, and you can switch it back. The thing that I don't like about this still is that you have to do an extra step, just pressing that and flipping that twice. It's not that hard, and you could probably make some automated redstone device to do it, but I really don't know how. Alright, so the third type of clock that I'm going to teach you, that's pretty much all you need to know about this. The third type of clock, well, also, you can get input from the side of the block. You can get, and like, if you wanted to use something on top of here, or use this torch or something, or use this torch or something, or use the side of this, or you can just use the wire, like that. Alright, so the next type is a vertical clock. Vertical clocks are useful in a situation where we want to make a wall of something. aka a wall of pistons, I don't know. It's kind of easy to do. So the thing you need to note about this is that when you have a redstone torch 2 blocks off the ground like this, it will transmit to this thing down here. Now, the thing you also need to know is that up here, when you make it again, it will be inverted. See, this one's on, that one's off, it's inverted. Now also, you might know from another tutorial that this is also inverted. So this is how you go down, this is how you should go up. You can only transmit up through these. You can only transmit down through these. See? So, if you combine those two techniques, you have this going up and this coming down. And when you can just connect this the same way you would connect this clock with the NOT gate. And then when you turn the NOT gate off, it will spin around. Now to get output from this, you just attach it to one of those torches. So or one of these pieces of redstone. You could have it on the side of here, I guess. You could probably have it like right here. Or something like that. Now, the cool thing about these is that they're very, like, vertical. If you're working in a tight vertical space, these are the things to use. Like, if you don't want to build anywhere else. Again, you don't have to have this thing right here. This is just to show you that you can use outputs. You can also have this right here. But this is, no, you can't have that. My bad. But you can have this. And what this will do is you can make it an output. So, yeah, like that. You can also, you also could have done, I could have done it like this. It just uses more blocks though, but it's a zigzag technique, and that's how you transmit it up. This is pretty much the only way you transmit it down, like this. Or you could have probably had it like to even make it more compact. You could just move this torch over to here, and then have another block right here, and then have that connected. But you don't have to do that. That's just a very simple clock. Now, what are you saying? Like, I wonder if you want more than delay than just this, but you want it in the same amount of space, you could probably just add a repeater to somewheres in here, and then mess with that, combining both the techniques. But you can't really add repeaters to this. This is like fixed, and it's great and all, but like, I think that like this or this are a lot simpler to build. And so say you don't want to do a clock, you don't want it to do that, you just want it to flash, like a bunch of flashing lights. You don't want it to be like one then the other then the other, you know, you want it to be all at the same time. So you just build something like this, and you just use one of these wires. The reason you do it's like this, or you could probably, there's another way to do this, but you do it, you can either build a quad one, which is basically just gives you random inputs, or you can build 2 blocks like this, and build these torches like this, And then you can also put this on top of here, this on top of here, this on top of here, and this on top of here. This will pretty much just give you input from all sides. Now it still does it. It still burns out, but it keeps on going, so it's like if you want something to flash. Alright. So the great thing about this is that it's annoying as hell. It just makes a little sound. Alright, so that's pretty much all you gotta know about clocks for the meantime. If you guys have any questions or any requests for other tutorials, please contact me in the comments, and please like this video. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, that's it.